Okay, so today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to briefly go over some of the supplemental material that you can see in the PDF. And then I will show you an example of a project that got 100% from Jay's class. He's the other second year instructor. And I thought it's very basic, but it will show you a good example. If you go above and beyond that, I'm certainly not going to punish you. And I do not expect you to keep the same kind of structure. However you want to structure it, like I'm assuming, Gwen, because I know we've talked about stuff. I know yours is probably going to be a lot more advanced because you've done boot camp and things like that. So if you want to do, I just want you to see that it doesn't have to be like super fancy, but if you have more knowledge, you can throw it in there. So I want to give you at least the basics, what you want to see. So let me, first of all, close Discord because apparently it's going to go nuts right now. Then let me share my screen. Okay, so what I'm talking about with the supplemental is this section right here. And you reach that, send your course documents, and I've broken them all out for the different sections. So this is the PDF I'm talking about. Yeah, I know. That's why I turned it off. I know all of us use Discord, and I've had it on when I'm using it with other people, and it goes boop boop, and I'm like, was that me? Was that you? Who was that? So the ones that I wanted you to look at were 2, 3, 4, and section A. So section 2 is just the basics of HTML. We've been through a lot of that, but this just kind of shows you, as you can see, some nice little examples here. And I thought that might be a good, you literally just have some more examples to look at. And then 3, you can see is just kind of the same thing. Wait a minute, did it take me down to the wrong one? Yes, it did. Okay, so here's 3. And it shows you some other uses here. And the nice thing about this is it has explanations for why they do it in here, which you don't get quite as much of with W3. And let's see, I think it was 4. Yep. They have a more in-depth section on the forms, which you'll see through here. They have a whole bunch of like you'll see this one, as you can see, is a nice long example. And then they have different style formats and things like that you can look through. Now, the one that I thought was actually a fun tool that I have used before, it's down here on the bottom in section A. It's called Modernizer. This one is an open source JavaScript library, and you can download it and use it if you want to. You don't have to. Pretty much what we're doing is not something you have to do this, but it's pretty cool. And it allows you to test for individual features to see if a certain browser will support it. So there's basically their little download screen, and you can copy it in, and then you'll need to include the file in your page. And you can see they've got the monitor, there it is right there, and the JavaScript in there. And then they just walk you through how to use it. And then it'll tell you literally in there, hey, no, this doesn't work up. Oh, that's rude. I just saw your thing about the drill. And you have one during Super Bowl. That's kind of rude. I'm not a huge football fan, but I know there's a lot of people that are, and that's going to be irritating for them. So, okay, are there any questions about that PDF document? Yeah, no, you guys that are on drill, you've always been really good about showing me proof, so it's good. So questions on this? Like I said, apparently I did not mute my phone. Sorry about that. Questions on this? Like I said, it's just additional material for you guys, because sometimes when I get stuck, looking at extra examples helps. Anyone? Anyone? No? Show us the example and shut up. Okay. All right, let me stop sharing this. And all right, so I have, because it's a little bit easier to see, I've got Visual Studio Code open, just because it's got those nice colors here. So this one, well, first of all, let me show you how they broke it out. This person broke it out. They broke it out when they did it each. It's not, if you haven't caught on to this, if you do not have it within when you put everything in there, you need to have a good file structure. And you need to, like in this one, they have everything broken out into different files. So let me share, let's see if I can just share the, no, that's got the person's name on it. Hold on one second, let me rename it. I just don't like to use someone's name when I'm doing stuff like this, because I would personally not feel comfortable with having that. I think I got it. All right, there we go. So I will show you on theirs. They had everything zipped. So you see this folder structure here. So these are each folder that they have is basically the stuff that they have in for those pages. So on this one, they have the About Us page, they have their CSS pages, and everything that goes in to those. Like I said, you do not have to structure it exactly like this person did. I just thought it was, yeah, that's great. I just thought it was a good idea so you guys could see how they've done this. So in this one, they have, here's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 6 pages. You have to have at least 5. This is actually a pretty good, on this one, this is just a fave icon. So I guess they technically did have 5 pages. So they have an About Us page. They have a contact page, which is required if you remember. The index page or the home page. They do like a fake tour thing. This is the tour page. This is the other page here. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing so you can see that. Did that make sense from what you guys, I mean, I know it was kind of brief, but like I said, everybody kind of does their own folder structures when they do that. But that way you guys can at least see what's what. Now let me reopen. Of course, it completely resets my file sections. So I have to go find it. And let's open up with the index first so you guys can see that. Because usually that's when I grade, that's the first place I go, is I start with the index. Okay, so you guys see that okay? All right. So we have our doc type, our HTML. You can see they've got their head section here. They've got in their head section, they've got their links to their style sheets, their metadata. And because they're using multiple style sheets, you can see that they've got links to those in there. If you decide that you want to use a different file structure folder, just remember that you have to write out the path for your whole file. So just a thing to say there. And if you get stuck on something, please feel free to ask me questions. And if you are nice to Gwen and maybe offer to buy them pizza or something, maybe they can offer some tutoring. And then we also have a tutor. So please remember we have resources. Here is their body. They're using div. They've got a header image. They're using the top navigation div class for the way that they do this. And you can see they've got, this is my personal version of hell, and it happened to me whenever I was doing it. The div, and I'm sure that Gwen knows exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes if you miss one of these, none of it works, and you're like, which one of the divs did I miss? Yeah. Okay, so this one, they're using a block quote. You remember me talking about block quotes? And you are required to do a footer on your stuff. So this is just an example. Let me stop that, and then I will share a different screen. Yes, Kitty, I can hear you. All right, so just a reminder, header and footer for each page, at least 5 pages. I don't expect you to do every single design element, but you do need to do the basic ones that we talked about. So I expect to see some CSS sheet in there, some other text formatting, the use of a list or a table or both, definitely images and web links to other sites. There has to be at least one page with an iframe with a YouTube video in it. You need to compress the website as a zip file, and then you upload it here. And that's when you're done. That's this Sunday, February 4th at 11 p.m. It's not a particularly difficult one. So please just take your time. If you've left it all to the last minute, I'm sorry, that's kind of on you. You could have started earlier, but you do have plenty of time if you start and work on it now. And it, like you saw on there, it wasn't a huge long example. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up some of our other pages. Let me show you the let's see. About us. All right. Here is the About Us. Okay, so as we can see, we have the doc type, the header. Remember how I said in the assignment we just walked over, have to have a header, have to have a footer. In the header, we have our CSS, we have our title. If you're going to do a fave icon, right there, that's where you put your fave icon. It's in the header section. And I don't care what you make the fave icon, as long as it is nothing pornographic, or you know what I mean. You're adults, I'm pretty sure you can figure out what a non-professional fave icon would be. And then we go from the header. This is the navigation section. Then we get down into the body. On this one, they used you can see the hashes for the background colors. This one, there's your H1, which is your header types. And you can see they've got a different one. They header 3, header 4. Remember us, you don't have to use all the headers. There's 6 of them, but I do expect you to use at least one. And on this one, here we go. We've got an ordered list with the list items. And then right here, we've got a nice link out to a website. And then again, right here, we've got a nice button that what we saw out in W3. So that is an excellent option too. Buttons will be in there, and I will grade you guys on a curve, but be aware that you do have some fellow students that are very good at HTML. If I think they're way above you and will break the curve, I will probably take them out, but I will grade based upon how much effort you put in and how you follow the directions. So the bare minimum is your 5 pages and the stuff that I've been talking about. So please pay attention to that. Okay. Next, let's take a look at how they did their contact page. I can have a discussion with. Okay, can you see the contact page, or does this just kick out? Now, Gwen's probably going to end up with extra credit knowing Gwen from. They've already explained some of the stuff they want to do, and it sounds pretty cool. So, okay, good. I was hoping it looked like it was opening up here. Okay, so this is their contact us page, and again, you got your header, you got your CSS, and then you got your navigation section and the body. On this one, you got your H1 and H2 with the contact sections here. And then we have a form. Remember us talking about forms? Well, here you go. Here's a form. So one of your pages you can use, you can throw in a form, and there you go. And then here's one that they're using labels in. And again, there's the footer. Okay, now let's open up. Let's see which one we have next. The images just has their fave icon in it. They have one that's tours. They basically made a tours of Japan, which is, if there's something you're interested in, be it video games or things like that, you can make these websites about anything as long as it is something that's not going to get you in trouble. I think we all understand what I'm talking about, so please don't get yourself in trouble. Okay. Again, title, header, style sheets, fave icon. Here's our div section for our top nav. And there's our H1, H2. We have a nice paragraph here. And this one's talking about different things. And right here, you can see they've done a table with the TR, TH, all that stuff. So we have one page where they talk through forms, one where they use a table. So they're basically on this one, they're using kind of themes for the different pages, which is kind of a good way for you guys. Well, I don't really care about that because it's not going to be something you're publishing. I'm talking about, please don't put anything pornographic in your website. And yes, I'm saying this from experience. I have had people do some pretty idiotic things over the years. Not college students. Yes, exactly. PG-13. Don't do anything that I'm going to have to contact my dean about, okay? But no, you can talk about Disney, or if you're a Harry Potter lover or a video game lover, that's fine because we're not going to publish it. But don't do anything that's basically going to be like an ethics violation or something like that, okay? Yes, no R or after that. Think about the fact that so a lot of the times the professors share these projects with each other to show the examples off. And remember that, okay? We may not always use them in classes, but we do tend to show them to each other. Okay, so this is their tour section. And like I said, they've got a nice little table in here. So their last one that they've got on their last page is they have one that's talking about trips. Let me open this one up. Okay, same kind of thing. There's our doc, HTML head, CSS sheets, fave icon, navigation for the top thing. our headings. And this one is just our section. Remember us talking about we needed the iframe with the YouTube videos? Here it is. There's your iframe with the YouTube videos. And then your footer. So as you can see, it's not, you don't have to make it so hard that you want to pull your hair out. But you do need to pay attention to the different things that I walked through here. And this video will be up so you guys can go, okay, now what did she say was a good idea to do? And you can use your creativity. Well, you can pull your hair out if you really want to, but you can use your creativity. I'm not gonna, mock you on design elements. So, and if you have a question like, hey, does this look like it's going in the right direction? You can send me either screenshots or files on Discord and I'll take a look at it. So keep that in mind. I am there and Zach is there if you want to ask, hey, how could I do this better? Gwen, if Gwen has time, I'm not volunteering Gwen outside of their schedule. You have to remember Gwen has coursework too, but Zach is your tutor and I am your teacher. So, talk to each other, talk to the tutor, talk to me. Don't wait till the absolute last minute. Please, please, please. Okay, so that is what's what on the basics for this one. And I'm going to go ahead and stop that. Yeah, like Gwen said, if they're available, they're willing to help, but you have to respect their schedule. So, okay. So, questions about the project, questions about the HTML section that we've been going through. Now is your time. Did we all die a terrible death from the really long lecture yesterday? I don't know that I have any paper bags because my cats like to beat the tar out of them. So they don't live very long in my house. Neither do Amazon boxes. Those come in and my cats absolutely love to unbox things by shredding them. So if I don't unbox them myself and give the box to them, they will make sure to shred it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording since we're just going to be doing a question and answer section here.